Hi, my name is Prashant Desai. I am a 52-year-old chartered accountant living in Bombay, born and brought up in Calcutta. Two parts to my life in terms of what I do. One, of course, as from a work standpoint, I've spent my life in equity markets, worked with Kishore Biyani, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. But on the personal side, people now call me a health influencer. I have been trying to spread awareness around health and around fitness through my social media channel. A very big incident happened in my life in 2014. In 2014, 27th February, I lost my closest friend, my brother. He was 35. His daughter was 2. And that kind of shook me from my spine. And I just realized that now I have to live for 2 daughters. And that's where I think I started getting a lot serious about my health. As a child, I was fed with a lot of conjecture, means that death is destiny. So when all these things were fed, I kind of started growing up thinking we have one life, let's enjoy this life. Because I also thought that deep down somewhere that like my father, I'll die young, I'll die early. And the manifestation of this was I started abusing my body a lot. As I started making money, I started eating a lot outside. There was not a single day where I would not eat junk food, outside food, street food, processed food. There was not a street I would pass by where I would not pick up something. And by the age of about 30 or 32, I had become 92 kgs. It all began for me with weight loss. I took professional help, went to nutritionist, started eating less. And in a matter of about a year, I dropped about 20 kgs. But deep down somewhere, I realized that I needed to do a lot more than what I was doing. For me, that anchor was rationality, that anchor was science. And I then started thinking that I want to understand what is health, how do you decode health, why we humans die, how we humans age. This is the first time I realized that there are 9 hallmarks of aging. And there are a lot of scientists who are working on each of these different hallmarks to figure out how we age at a cellular level. And I also realized that we all have 2 ages, something what we call as chronological age that we see in our passport, but deep inside is our true age, what we call as our biological age. And not always will your chronological age and your biological age be in synonymity. I came across this word called longevity. And I somewhere found that anchor that I was looking for. This is what I want, longevity. And longevity has 2 components. One is lifespan, which is increasing the number of years on Mother Earth. And number 2 is health span. In that number of years that you live, do you live a life which is full of vitality, full of health, full of youth, where you are physically active, you are cognitively very sharp, and you are mentally very, very stable, you are very happy. And from there I started meeting a lot of scientists, a lot of gerontologists. Gerontologists are people who are studying the world of aging. And that kind of was my rabbit hole. It kept sucking me in and in. And I was loving that journey because I was learning so much new about health, about life, about lifespan, about health span. Deep around, I was noticing 3 things as somebody who was in the world of finance. One, that India as a country is going to become a superpower in the next 25 years. We will overtake China. I also believe that India is going to create a lot of wealth. With wealth, even now without wealth, we have so much of diseases and death. But with that wealth, we will creating a big challenge for me because Indians are not serious about health. When I look around the youth of our country today, I just see that they need a lot of education around health because they are surrounded by a world that I was not surrounded by. From a time when food was scarce, when eating out was a luxury, today they are surrounded by food all around. They see food as a way, if they are bored, they'll end up eating a packet of chips. Today for energy, they will drink an energy drink. Everything is about food. So they are eating more, moving less, sleeping even lesser, stressing so much more. So I see a future of my country which may be very wealthy, but it may not be very healthy. And as a very proud Indian, this is something that I decided to kind of change. I am a guy in finance with deep passion for health, and not just because I wanted to talk about it, but on my own I wanted to learn a lot more. I wanted to go deeper into the science of it. So my journey began with Stanford School of Medicine. I've done 3 courses from there. I did a course on nutrition science. I did a course on exercise physiology, and I did a course on the gut and the microbiome, which is now emerging as very big thing in the world of health. After that, I went to Harvard Medical School, where I did a course on lifestyle medicine. Harvard is known for that. I think through these two schools and through the foundation that I built, what I recognized that now that my foundation is strong, I can now begin to build a taller building on this. We are at the right time, at the right place to make a very big change. The fact that now we have a lot of science, lot of technology, lot of gadgets that is throwing up so much more information of what's happening inside our body, that now we can take action and delay diseases, and with that buy back our health. I'm a very big believer of framework, and my framework is objective, strategy and tactics, right? So what I will bring on the table is first for people to very clearly have a directed objective in mind. So for example, my objective is to make my next 5 years the best 5 years of my life thus far. After a lot of work, almost a decade of learning, I have come to a conclusion that 5 things matter most when it comes to your health, and these are all foundational. Again, I built my own personal framework around this, which I call my genes framework. So I would most likely tell people that these are the 5 things if you take care of, you will not get obese, you will not get diabetic. What is my genes framework? G stands for gut health. Today, this is the biggest emerging science in the world. After the Human Genome Project, the US National Institute of Health moved to the Human Microbiome Project. We are nothing but bacteria on legs. We have 37 trillion cells, but our gut bacteria outnumber us 10:1. Humans have 20 to 30,000 genes. Our gut bacteria has 3 lakh genes. For the food that reaches them, which is their food, they extract all the vitamins, all the minerals from there. They do so much for our body, for our health. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said about 2000 years back, all diseases begin in the gut. With all the science that I have learned, I will add one more thing. All the diseases begin and end in the gut. So if you take care of your gut, trust me, a lot of your health will improve, including obesity and diabetes. Second E stands for exercise. For me, exercise is the best protocol or intervention they can do to increase your health span. So by investing in exercise, you are getting both the benefits. You are increasing health span, you are increasing lifespan. So I think if people are not exercising, they may end up living little longer, but the quality of life will be extremely miserable. N in genes stands for nutrition. I keep telling people, you are not just what you eat, but you are how much you eat. Whether I will add that extra 1 kg this week, next week, this month, next month, this year is a function of how much I am eating. Calories matter. It's the only way you gain weight. And gaining weight is your biggest enemy, because if you are gaining weight, you will soon turn pre-diabetic and then diabetic. All of that will happen. Also, world of nutrition has some of the biggest myths. You go to Amazon, there are 40,000 books on nutrition. Which diet should you follow? Keto, paleo, Mediterranean, vegetarian, vegan, or you should be a carnivorous. Everybody has a point of view. Everything works and everything does not work. So through the lens of science, I want to talk to people about nutritional biochemistry. The next E is the most important E for me. It's called emotional health. That's my number 1 priority. A lot of people talk about mental health. Mental health and emotional health are not the same. Mental health is one aspect of emotional health. For me, emotional health is very simple to understand. It's you are not miserable. Because what I have seen, when I am miserable, I will make others who are around me, their life miserable. And I don't want to live even one day when I am causing pain to others, when I am not happy. For that, emotional health needs to be my number 1 priority and everybody else's. And S is sleep. Though it comes last, it is the biggest foundation on which all the other things stack up. How much do I talk about sleep? The more I am learning about sleep, my biggest challenge with sleep is that sleep has a societal image issue. We have brought up in a modern world where we think sleep is unnecessary. You'll often hear people saying, I'll sleep when I die. Unlike what people think, sleep is not a passive state of mind. Sleep is the most active state of mind. When you are sleeping, your entire body, from your brain to your bones to your muscles to your hormones to your organs, everything gets restored. I think sleep is something that India has to correct it in a very big way. So this is my genes framework on which I generally talk. But when I will share my content, it won't be just the genes framework. I will simplify science for people to understand why we age. I will talk about the objective, I will talk about the strategy, and I will talk about the tactics. I was 92 kgs. I am today 52 years of age, and I feel the best version of myself today. And I'm saying, if a 92 kg finance professional working with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, wealth was my obsession, eating out was like a second nature to me, can do it, everybody can do it.